here to listen to the closing plenary, and obviously we've got some exciting things to announce. We're going to get on quite quickly with this because we've got a lot to do, and we've got some people heading to the airport, so we've got some things to focus on. So without further ado, I'm just going to welcome up Edward Dish, the Vice Chair of buildingSMART International, and we're going to do a little announcement.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to have the first speech here of this afternoon on this stage. And I know you witnessed many positive outcomes of the summit, at least I would hope so. But I have another new highlight, which you can witness here on the stage. And this is that I am very pleased to welcome Austria as the 20th full chapter of buildingSMART International. And we're going to sign that right up here. I welcome Christoph Eichler, the new chairman of Austria, Winfried Stix from the board of Austria. Anyone else from Austria who wants to come up to the stage? You're invited.
Not too much. There are 28 here, I think.
Okay, Christoph, go ahead.
I witnessed it, yeah. Of course. Triple X. Okay. Yes.
So, thank you very much. So what else did we have? 48 countries were represented here at the summit, and this is a very good result. European record attendance for buildingSMART International Summit. So we are very proud to have hosted you here. I hope you enjoyed the summit, you enjoyed the working groups, you enjoyed the networking, and of course also the parties, the celebrations, and the dinners you might have had. We had 2 full days of domain sessions. We will hear about the results of those domain sessions very shortly. I'm very excited to hear about them, of course. Also the many workshops, the calls for papers, all of this, I think it was a great success. I don't know if you agree to this, then give applause to all of you to participate in the summit. Thank you very much. So, because we're very short of time, I just want to say there's another highlight, of course, at the evening today, that is the Summit Social. I hope most of you will appear there, and I think we have a fantastic program to come, but I won't rush to anything more forward. So, thank you very much for being here in Berlin. It was a pleasure to host you, and welcome, and hopefully see you at the next summit in Porto in 2026. Thank you.
Thanks, Edward, and congratulations to Austria as well. And we obviously wish Alfred speedy recovery as well. So, yeah, put this picture on stage because only 2 days ago, I really am in the twilight zone right now. I can't remember anything, but anyway, we talked a bit about progress together. I think how wonderful that we're in the room and we capture these moments. I'm not sure if that's just my screen. Yeah, I think these are really unique opportunities to be together, to progress the topics that we have, to progress some of the things that we agree on, and some of the things we don't agree on. And I think that's really important as well. So I really use this opportunity to thank you all from buildingSMART International perspective and from the organising team. I'd like to thank the organising team and the sponsors and everyone that made it happen. And we look forward to the next summit in Porto. We'll go a bit more later on. But of course, before we do that, we have a really exciting opportunity here to announce the winners of the openBIM Awards programme, which gives us the opportunity to fully relax tonight, which is really the goal. But so without further ado, if Dan's ready, otherwise I can keep talking, which is fine for me and work. Okay. So it looks like he's ready. So I'm going to hand over to Dan Little, who is the openBIM event openBIM manager of the program, sorry about that, and he's going to take us through the program, so thank you. So Dan, is this working? But tell us why we changed the program to put the awards program here.
Yeah, so we typically have the ceremony at the dinner, the summit dinner, which of course takes place this evening, but to allow you all to relax and enjoy that and not have to listen to people like myself, we're doing it here instead so you can enjoy this evening. So let's get started. openBIM Awards Ceremony for 2025. So the management team for the awards program, I've been leading it for the last couple of years now, been involved for about 5 years. I'm supported by a few people from the BSI core team, Aidan, Leon, Andre and Sheila. So I'd like to thank them for their support throughout this year. And then we have the triage team. So all of the submissions come in. We have this team who help to triage out and to reduce the workload that goes forward to the jury. So with thanks to everyone that you can see on the screen there from the triage team as well. So a few statistics from the program this year. We had a total of 129 submissions. Of those, 47 passed through to the triage, and then we had 22 finalists who presented here yesterday, in fact. And we had 33 chapters who joined the jury this year. That made up a total of 232 jurors. 72 of those were newcomers, so a really vast jury. And we had an elite jury on site here of 12 people who ultimately determined the winners. So a huge number of people involved. So here we have just the flags of, I'm going to move out of the way because I can see all the cameras coming straight out. But these are the 33 chapters that are involved. So just a massive thank you to all of the jury team who were involved, all 232 people. If we can have a round of applause for them as well, please. Here is the order that we're going to be going through. We are going to split this into 2 parts. In this first part, we will be announcing the winners for the first 5 categories: construction for buildings, construction for infrastructure, design for buildings, design for infrastructure, and operations. So, starting first with construction for buildings. Projects that exemplify the effective use of openBIM during the construction phase of building projects. In this category, we had 3 finalists this year. They were Guangdong Airport Authority, Haijiang Engineering Company Limited, and Hatila. And the winner is Guangdong Airport Authority. From Airport Authority up to the stage to come and collect their certificate and to give a short acceptance speech. Please make your way up. Okay, over to you.
Thank you for this award, for recognizing our work. We are truly proud to receive this honor. It would not have been possible without the openBIM ecosystem. So, at this moment, I want to share the victory to all our team members. Thank you. We thank the buildingSMART China and all our partners for their support. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. What I was looking for before is the jury praised this full-scale digital construction project for its comprehensive dedication to openBIM, successfully applying the full spectrum of building-smart standards and services by turning generated data into value across many use cases and extending the building-smart data dictionary to address the unique needs of airport facilities. The project sets a new benchmark for intelligent, open, and collaborative construction on a global scale. So, congratulations once again. And we will then move on to the category of construction for infrastructure, which is for projects demonstrating the successful implementation of openBIM in the construction phase of infrastructure projects. In this category, we had just two finalists. They were John Holland Group and China Academy of Railway Sciences Corporation Limited. And the winner is China Academy of Railway Sciences Corporation Limited. And as they are making their way up, this project stands out as likely the largest openBIM implementation in the world, with its gigantic scale and complexity made possible only through the integration of large language models, and it fully complies with openBIM standards by leveraging ISC, BSLB, IDS, and GCF to achieve seamless interoperability, standardized data exchange, and highly efficient collaborative management across an unprecedented cluster of super large railway projects. Congratulations. And the speech.
We are truly honored to receive this award. First, I would like to thank Mr. Shen Liming, Mr. Wang Wanqi, Mr. Li Dasheng, and all colleagues for CRB for their support. Thank you. Then, thanks to openBIM, we had the opportunity to share our practice. In past few months working on site, I deeply felt how openBIM and AI improve the efficiency for everyone, from managers to frontline workers. It is driving a real transformation. Finally, thank you to the judges and the participants for bearing with my terrible English. But I believe this also shows that openBIM is truly open to everyone. Thank you very much.
The next category is design for buildings, projects showcasing exceptional use of openBIM during the design phase of building projects. In this category, we have two finalists. They were ARA TVG, Alice Oakroot, Hertel Architekten, and Haijiang Engineering Company Limited. And the winner, design for buildings, is ARA TVG, Alice Oakroot,
Please make your way up to the stage. This project was a magical combination of a public sector client driving digital innovation and a project team that achieved the client's vision of an open, collaborative project to meet the client's design requirements. Congratulations.
Wow, still shaking. Call me crazy, but I have been dreaming for this moment for the last 8 years. And it's finally a dream come true. But it was thanks to a great and magnificent team that I'm thankful. So my heartfelt thanks goes to our Architekten team, alles mit Gutarchitekten, Hertel Architekten, FCP also, but also our consultants from Vienna and Germany. Not to forget also our client side, project management, BIM management, Ivey and PIM Con, informing us. But above all, I want to thank also the engagement of the officials from the municipality of Düsseldorf that engaged in this digital collaborative work. So I'm honored that we could inspire the jury of buildingSMART with our case, with our showcase that openBIM is not just about standards, it's about delivering value and great transparency. So I know that the subjects in buildingSMART here in openBIM can get very technical with all these abbreviations and lines of codes and terms. But what I want to say is that behind it there is beauty and magic and open. So I also want to congratulate all the other participants for the great project that they delivered for this award.
Congratulations. Who's going to speak? Yeah, then leave me. Sure.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the property developer and the owner of the Henttinen land and our partner, the main contractor and the VI specialist team keeping construction, we wish to say thank you to buildingSMART International. It's our honor receiving this award. Of course, as mentioned in our presentation yesterday, we received this award in the construction stage in 2022. That is the commitment for us and for our team. Of course, we are now in the operation stage. And openBIM is now integrated with our digital twin, facility management portal, AI analytics, and other ESG partnership program, and also connecting with our tenant and customer service. So I also want to mention one more because yesterday we received a question, Q&A questions about how we apply or how we tell openBIM to the others. I want to share a few points. The first one is that we, from the lesson learned throughout the process, we make a lot of effort to influence the internal and external stakeholders. Otherwise, we cannot come to today. The second one is how to influence the industry practitioners. You can see apart from me, and we have a victim and some others. So that is something very important to influence how EI and openBIM use it. And the third one is how to influence the public. How to make it is because we have digital twin or other ESG partnership programs. So even though they are laymen, but they can see how we visualize the result and backed up by the openBIM. So I wish to say thank you again. So I hope we can do it better for the Henttinen because we are expecting to have a long-term sustainable operation. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all of the winners we've heard from so far. That's it from me for this first part. I'm going to invite Richard Kelly up to the stage, along with a variety of domain leaders. So bear with us while we just get ready for that.
Very nice to be here, to see you all. I am Richard Kelly. I'm the Operations Director of buildingSMART International, which means that I'm employed. I'm one of the small core staff team. I'm employed as somebody to serve the community, because this is a community that is created by the community for the community. And the people that I'm going to invite onto the stage all represent different sectors of the industry. They're from our membership group. And they give their time to lead the programs, which we call domains, but they represent different industry sectors. And essentially, the domain leaders are the executive leaders of these programs. So they are there to explain what it is that their part of the industry requires, and openBIM workflows. They're there to set a plan for the next few years, and they're there to oversee the projects that deliver against that plan. So I'm going to invite onto the stage representatives of the 100 or so people that make up the domain steering committees. And we're going to hear from representatives of several of the sectors, several of the domains, and the people that I'm inviting to the stage now represent each of those. So I hope you're all here. I'm looking around the room. So Gerard and Veer from Pyszkowski, who represents the airport domain. Are you here, Gerard? Here it is. Very good, thank you. Professor Haijiang of Cardiff University, who also represents China Communication Construction Company. Hello, Haijiang. Come on. Bernd, who represents the buildingSMART Germany. I should say, sorry, I didn't say you represent the Maritime domain. I said which company you're representing. You represent the Maritime domain. Bernd is representing the electrical domain. Eivind Pagander Tysnes from Norwegian Rail, Pagander, who is representing, of course, the railway domain. Karin from the Swedish Transport Administration, Trafikverket, who represents the infrastructure domain. Magdalena Pyszkowski from GS1 and Gerard, and also from the product domain.
Do you want to see that order?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter, just go around with it. David Ivey, our HOK architects and the building domain. Are you still here, David? Or did you run away? No? Okay. David's not here, that's okay. And finally, Tomi, representing buildingSMART Norway. No, sorry, buildingSMArt Finland. buildingSMArt Finland, guys. I'm just testing you.
I can represent Norway.
No, don't do that. buildingSMArt Finland. And the regulatory domain. So welcome all. Right, how many microphones have we got? Just the one, so we're going to have to sort of pass it around, that we can manage. Gerard, I'm going to ask my first question to you. Why do you choose to be on the airport domain steering committee?
I would reverse this question, of course, because we are well prepared being here. Usually I'm with Ariska, but today we are alone, so I try to do it this time good. No, why I did it, I'm in the aviation industry. In the aviation industry, we work worldwide. There, the essence is that you can understand each other. Multiple languages are spoken, so therefore we have to find a mutual language to collaborate, to work together. So therefore, I love to work in the airport domain. The other thing on the airport domain is that we work so closely together, that we really are a team. We really collaborate. But there's one thing, if you want to collaborate, you not only have to speak the same language, but you have to trust each other. And that is in this moment a really issue in the world, the trust. So therefore, what I've envisaged here and during the whole week, the 3 days, but especially in the airport domain, we trust each other. It doesn't matter where we come from. I want to congratulate our new members, Guangdong Airport, so they're there, good done. But the trust is so immense. So I hope that we can build on, and at least the 3 days helped to trust each other.
Okay. So Haijiang, you're in the maritime domain.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can you give us some real-life examples of why you need openBIM workflows?
Okay, thank you, Richard. I mean, first, we used to have this domain meetings during the early days of buildingSMART. It was very fantastic, but it was disappeared for a while. So thank you this time, Richard, for arrange this for domain leaders to come together, because there's an urge for all of us to work together across domain. Okay, so my question is about the real-time use cases. So for maritime domain perspective, and we are relatively new domains, but this time we mainly focus on three perspectives that works with real time. So data and process and also tools. So very often heard from our industry partners saying that they always feel a little bit far for them to use IFC directly into their common business. I noticed there's so many successful grants here today, but from maritime domain, we would like to apply this data, process, and tools into the real life user cases. From data perspectives, the important thing is to draw the line where IFC fundamental can meet industry practical needs. That is very tricky bit. So we're still trying to do the trial and error and to find where exactly to read the bar. So it's quite difficult to put that into the real life user cases. And process. So process-wise, I know this 19650 is already well applied in the industry, and also alongside with other practical process that's ongoing with different industry partners. But in this case, we would like to apply this together between 19650 and openBIM and other localized process maps. Hopefully, we are trying to drive to using AI tools to develop this process template that can be served as a baseline and that can be adopted by different real case user cases. And the last one, but not the least, is about the tools. So alongside with those software vendors, many industry companies, they have their own software tools. How actually to align their own software tools with the general software vendor, and IFC can only be used for information exchanging rather than use that for heavy modeling. So that is something that we will try to drive, and ultimately, hopefully, led by buildingSMART, we can create some open ecosystems that allows different tools that can be plugged and play all together. So that's actually this maritime domain that we're trying to address and focus on by using the real-life use cases.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll come back to the actual projects that you're starting later in the conversation, hopefully, because they're really quite interesting. So, Bernd, let me ask you, buildingSMART International doesn't just work with openBIM standards. We also partner with other organizations, and we work to find ways of being interoperable and collaborating with these other organizations. So in the electrical domain, we're partnering with the International Digital Twin Association, and they have a standard that's called Asset Administration Shell. Who is benefiting from interlinking the Asset Administration Shell with the openBIM standards? And you know, what are our next steps? Just swap.
Okay. Now it's okay. Thank you for this question, Richard. So the thing is, who benefits? I mean, IFC is the most important open standard for building, for construction, for infrastructure industry. On the other hand, the asset administration shell is very important for different kind of industries who are focused in their perspective on the operational part. And so, so you have quite a variety of companies and organizations which depend on both of that standards. But of course, these standards are very, very different from each other. The AIS is more like, you know, a access language for technical systems, why I see something different. But these need to come together, to say it in other terms. So, for example, a car is not of the type street, and street is not of the type car, but they need to come along together somehow. There's not yet a concrete final solution to that, but there is the need to find that, to do that. And that's what we are trying to do, because in the electrical domain, we also have to, you know, to face in general, to deal with other MEP traits like HVAC, like whatever, fire safety. And okay, there's often a discussion who is the most important trait. Without I mean, power, the other devices will not work. But on the other hand, collaboration is important, and that's what we try to do also with a topic like the operational topics, because we need to have a consistency over a whole project life cycle, and that's what we try to do here, and I think that's where we're going.
And is it also the case that in order to eventually achieve a true digital twin of a building, where you're having real life data coming back and into the operations about how the building is performing, and the fact that the electrical domain is concentrating on the electrical networks, that the alignment with the AAS standard will allow products that are Internet of Things enabled, with back indication enabled, to actually link into the whole BIM for the building? Is that part of the issue? Is that why we're working with the AAS?
Yeah, exactly, because, you know, when you are in an early stage of the planning, it could make sense, you know, to think about what will be later needed in operation, which kind of data, which real-time data, and so on, and which devices are needed in which position, even during planning. So where to get the data later on into a digital twin solution, or a building management system, power management system, production management system, you name it. So makes sense, you know, to interconnect these two sides of the road, from planning and operation, and think vice versa, right from the start.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Aidan, I'm going to pick on you. What's the railway domain currently working on?
We have the station project, a huge initiative from China, where they've gotten farther along than I expected when I got here today. We actually have a request for all of you in the audience here today for that. We are ready to have domain experts from all domains to go in and review what we have done, because we are rail experts. I'm not structural expert, architectural experts. We need you guys, all of you in the room, to go in and review what's done, probably somewhere a little later this fall or early next year, to help us build a good data dictionary for stations. So that's one of the things we're doing. The other thing is roadmap we had, discussion we had in Valencia, made as one of the topics that they wanted us to progress with was feedback and maintenance of the rail domain inside IFC. So we had a good session there yesterday, where we already have a draft project plan ready, or activity proposal, depending on how you look at it, ready to be reviewed on how we as the rail community can make sure we get the feedback from the users and involve the users to get feedback, so that we can update, maintain the standards on a regular basis. So they're probably the two things we're working on most, and we are also involved in the BIM and GIS work with the task force.
Yes, of course. The railway station project plan, which you've just referred to, when we talk about railway stations, we're talking about huge facilities that are passenger interchange facilities.
We're not talking about the station we have in Europe that's more or less 2 or 3 tracks, except for at the big cities. We're talking huge transport hubs. But even though the project is for huge transport hubs, it will be applicable for smaller stations as well.
Of course. But you also raise a very good point there, and we'll come on to this as part of the conversation, in that The domains have a lot of shared requirements, and the fact that railway stations in some cases are very similar to airport interchanges, and also have relationships to what the building domain is doing with access and egress and structure and everything else, means that we do have to maintain this collaboration between the domains. Okay, thank you. Karin, what's the infrastructure domain currently working on?
Well, first of all, I want to say that we did have a common joint session with the railway domain today. We were talking about bridges because they are common to our domains, so that was very interesting. We are committed to getting the tunnel project delivered to ISO. I have to say that because it is one of our biggest deliverables the last few years. So that's something we will pursue. And we are working to see in our roadmap, we're in the middle of our roadmap period. We're sort of right in the middle now, and we're going to see if we're going to reprioritize and what activities maybe we should focus more on to get more done. And in that, we have a guideline where we want now to benchmark and collect some best practices and some examples to have to share with the community from our domain. So that's an activity that we will work very hard with this year, and hopefully we can present something in Porto next year. We also have both a UCM and a BSDD project, working groups. We have for the BSDD, we have a project that was presented today regarding high voltage. I haven't got the exact name, I'm sorry, but it's all the infrastructure regarding the bigger electrical lines. I'm not going to look it up. You can look at the program or talk to Merbeck, who's somewhere here. Wave his hand. There he is.
Electrical and transmission?
Yeah. Sorry?
Electrical and transmission?
Yeah, big infrastructure objects related to electrical and high voltage. The UCM, we've done some tests and input some of the previous requirements analysis reports we've done during the bridge project. So that's in there. We're evaluating what we can take, how we can take that further to becoming some kind of plan for implementers to be able to use. We're also working with today we started talking about how we probably should have an activity regarding information security. We speak too little about information security, but in this world that we have, with our infrastructure being so much part of the more, well, it's high security infrastructure, a lot of it. So we need to start really finding some way through that. And yeah, I think that's what we're doing, and the trust in our team. We have a great team. We were not all of us, but a lot of us were here during this summit, and so we're very, very pleased to be able to meet like this and continue our collaboration with the other domains.
Well said. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask Magdalena next. Tomi, I've not forgotten you. I've just forgotten where you come from. Magda. Documenting materials and products. It's becoming increasingly important. It's a topic that's raising its head in many of the domains. How are the product domain dealing with this?
Yes, so product domain, I think this is quite new, what we are doing. So we have the roadmap that was already developed and structured our actions following the buildingSMART orientation, but it was some kind of change maker which arrived, and this is a construction product regulation that is really dedicated to the manufacturers that I'm representing. And it's part also of the Construction Product Europe Association, providing this regulation to the market with the delegated acts that will impose us, manufacturers, to provide digital product passport. So we have something that will change really the sector. From one side, will change because we, as a manufacturer, we need to provide this documentation in form of the digital product passport to be compliant and to have a possibility to sell our product on the market, European market. From other side, there is openBIM, IFC standard, IFC 5, which is coming, which is quite structured like we need for the DPP, and there is a possibility to combine or to connect the dots between two worlds. From manufacturers, we have two main documents that we use, with DOP, so Declaration of Performance, which will become DOPC, and compliance, and we have also EPD, so everything which is environmental product data. Those data is needed for the design and for the construction on the different stages. So what we are doing, I think we are changing somehow the roadmap. This will be discussed on our steerco with the colleagues that are already in the room. I see some of them. Also to make this really important and somehow provide some solution. We would like to be very pragmatic. We show during this summit some examples how we can provide data already with the technology and standards that are in place for 3 types of the product, like pipes, insulation, and timber. So we are on the way.
Very good.
Thank you.
Right, Tomi, to apologise, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Why are you now working in the regulatory domain, and what do you predict the domain is going to be doing in the future?
Why I'm working with the regulatory domain? As we all know, the regulatory domain is the most important domain of all. Why is that? Because in order to build something, you need a permit, and that's what we are working with. We are working with regulations, we are working with permits, building permits, or other types of permits. So basically, that's the core, and without us, basically nothing happens. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, you know, somebody always needs to give permission for something to happen, isn't it?
But it's and it's now the openBIM. OpenBIM is being more and more adopted by jurisdictions worldwide. So there's kind of a growing interest towards using our like buildingSMART standards and the guidelines and documents and like that. And this is kind of also part of the story that what we are going to do. We have to kind of react on those new demands. And we just finalized last year a project called Regulatory Information Requirements, and that was kind of the idea was to have a single project which has a start and end. But now it seems that because there's new jurisdictions coming in, new regulations coming in, and new demands coming in. So then we probably need to extend that project, and maybe it's no longer a project, it's an ongoing work. So that will be kind of a, technically that will be core of our stuff or the work that we are going to do in the following years as well. At the same time, the technical stuff, as important as it is, I feel that we also need to be on the soft side. So we need to help the jurisdictions, the building authorities, the ministries, and other stakeholders to adopt these technical standards. And I think that is one of the most difficult things that we are facing, at least in our domain. I think it's the same in many other domains as well. Because we as technical nerds, we many times forget that this is not easy stuff. And we need to help people to start using it. And yeah, I think that will be for us in the regulatory domain, in our roadmap, that needs to be taken care.
Yeah, the ability to be able to explain things as an one of the things that many of the domains have done is produced a white paper which is aimed at executive level. So construction domain's not here. They are here, but they're not represented on the stage. And they're about to publish a white paper which is aimed at high level to try and explain how openBIM workflows can benefit people in the construction industry. And that's something that, you know, others have done as well. Yeah, okay, thank you. So question for everybody, and feel free to volunteer to answer. Many of the requirements that we're hearing about are common to all domains. And therefore it's important that we don't operate in our own little compartments, and we're able to share the initiatives and work together on them. How do you see the connection between your domain and the others? And you know, what is currently being done to address those boundaries? And you know, what could we do better?
I think it's vital to work together. And I heard the rail domain, I heard the building domain, electrical domain. About some years ago, we presented a drawing of a particle building. It was an airport where there's a train station, there are electrical conduits, there's everything. There is an infrastructure at the door, there's architecture. And we said, we as an airport domain only facilitate what's specific for airports. And the other things we need from the other domains. The domains. So therefore, I'm looking forward for the work you have done in railway stations and to see how we can support this. Because we need to have a life cycle approach for all the information which caters for all disciplines. So I think it's a huge challenge. We can do it, and we will do it.
Yeah, maybe just from the regulatory domain, like I said, it's very horizontal. We don't have like own entities. We don't have airport entities or we don't have railway entities. So the things that we are handling are from the other domains. But that's why. That's exactly why we are horizontal, and we need to operate with all of you, and cooperate and share. And we need to get information from you. I've been seeing a lot of presentations during these past two days, few days that where we could be involved, and we should be involved. But more like information sharing and yeah, getting our expertise and helping you.
Yeah. So maybe just as an example from yesterday's conversation from our first session, when we presented our approach, what we want to do and what we did, in fact, we have already some kind. We asked for we did like a call for the participation, and we have already some first movers, so from the building domain, and it will be something about what is the request of information for each of the stage of the design and then construction that DPP can provide. And I think this is, if we have a practical example, like practical use cases, it makes our work much more tangible, and then we somehow naturally will stop to work in silos.
Yes. So thank you. I think one point that I can raise is about the tools that enables our domains to work together. We always urge us to work together. We produce beautiful diagrams, Gantt chart. But from my perspective, from our maritime domain perspectives, I think we really need to take things into effect that we feel that tools can help us. For example, this morning, from maritime domain, we have 2 ongoing research projects here. And to begin with, to develop any standard, we need to start with taxonomy development. So our tool develop a taxonomy development collaboration platform. And they will present it, I think one of the lady from airport domain, who raised this issue, whether this can be shared across different domains. I think that gives us a fantastic opportunity using tools to trigger the true collaboration among different domains. I think that is one point that I can add.
Thank you. Also from the electrical domain, I have to say, we already had some prosperous meetings, also with you with the airport domain, and also I was part of, but there were also some other talks I was not part of. But as the electrical domain is kind of a horizontal topic through all of the vertical domains, if you call it that way, I think it's very important. And I think how we manage to work in our domain with our use case approach. I mean, this is not something new, but we had to act very, very quick to react to specific needs and requirements. We have in our domain established a really quick and efficient process to break down requirements and bring it to up to speed to to have a complete use case. So we are really open for discussions with other domains, and I can ensure you that we will really quick on bringing something together, at least from the electrical point of view. So yeah.
Very good.
That's my message.
Thank you. We do have some mechanisms as well, such as the domain leaders conferences, such as the way that we do evaluation with the Standards Committee Technical Executive, and the way that all projects are eventually assessed by the Standards Committee, which is representative for all of our members and chapters. That's very good. Any final comments from anybody else? No? Go on then, Karin.
Thank you. Well, the example of from the airports domain where we all gather there, the airport also has to be built, and requirements, everything. So maybe we could find a way of like gathering around a model in some type of workshop in the coming summit or something. I think that would be really interesting. No, that's fine. No. Thank you.
Thank you, Karin. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yes, a workshop in the next summit would be a very good idea. Lots of people have been calling for that. So let me thank you very much. I'm just going to sum up on what I think I've heard. I think the topics that we've covered just now have been about collaboration. So that's collaboration with each other, but it's collaboration that, you know, in these domains, there are many companies who are in normal life competitors with each other, but under the buildingSMART umbrella, they can work together. Collaboration between the sectors, the industry sectors that we just talked about, and also collaboration with other institutions, ISO, GS1, sorry? Say it again, sorry. Yes, CPU, and AAS and others, so that's good. We've got shared applications. We're integrating all the supply chains. We're giving the opportunity for product manufacturers to have their assets discovered in the supply chain as well. And we are working together for better effectiveness. We've all got this common goal of better effectiveness for a better industry and a better world, I suppose, in the future. And what underlines all that is what you said at the beginning, Gerard, trust. So thank you very much, everybody.
So, we move swiftly into part 2 of the awards announcements. And in this part, we're going to hear the winners in the professional research category, as well as student research, technology, and sustainability. And we also do have a couple of special mentions to announce. In the professional research category, we're looking at projects that are research led by academic, industry, or government professionals that contribute to the advancement of openBIM. And in this category, we had 3 finalists. They are Strategic Building Innovation, Strategic Green Innovation, Carleton Immersive Media Studio, Carleton University, and HDR. And the winner in the category of professional research is Carleton Immersive Media Studio, Carleton University. If you could make your way up to the stage, the jury said that this was a superb example of a scalable and secure asset management interface, ranging from a whole country down to an individual fixture using open standards and toolkits. Congratulations. I guess you need that one.
Wow, we're absolutely thrilled by this award. I'd like to thank our partners who are here with us on stage. John Hale from the Department of National Defense, and Farzad Jalali from the National Research Council of Canada. Without their support, this wouldn't have been possible to scale this up to where we're at. And I really want to acknowledge my colleagues, Nico Irliano and Lara Chow. Nico's a co-lead. These two are co-leading the project. Nico's just wrapping up his PhD. Lara is our associate director for the past decade. We'd also like to thank our SIMS development team. We have 8 very young developers working with us who are doing a fantastic job. We'd like to thank and encourage the open source community to engage with us. We're planning a beta release of the platform later this year. So we've given ourselves till the end of fall, which, as Nico pointed out today, technically is December 21st. But we would, I guess, this will be open sourced and available to the general community. So we're really hoping you'll engage with the platform, help us develop it, and make the BIM and open source community stronger for everyone. Thank you, buildingSMART International. Thank you all.
From one research category to another, in the category of student research, we're looking at research conducted by students that explores innovative applications of openBIM. And we had 3 finalists. They were the School of Software from Tsinghua University, Leap Thought Asia in partnership with Singapore University of Technology and Design, and the Military Institute of Engineering. And the winner is School of Software, Tsinghua University. Please make your way up to the stage. The jury commented that this was an excellent presentation of a resource for both academia and industry, along with the metrics for testing, improving, and comparing scan to BIM tools. Congratulations. Who would like the microphone?
Thank you so much. Thank you. We would first like to thank all of our team members from School of Software, Tsinghua University. And we have really many talented engineers and also students to make this happen. And especially, I would like to thank our supervisor, Dr. Ge Gao, and also Professor Ming Gu. They have provided us with many instruct, and we are really grateful. And last, we would like to thank buildingSMART for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, then in the category of technology, for applied technology solutions developed using buildingSMART schemas that enhance interoperability and data workflows. Here we had 3 finalists. We had Tsinghua Shenzhen International Graduate School, we had Conic, and we had Akka Software. And the winner in the category of technology is Conic. The jury said that Conic QI tackles the pervasive problem of inconsistent use of classification, metadata, and modeling conventions by mapping them to provide consistency within shared models. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. The guy that developed this was Geert Magdalena, our colleague. So the award is in the first place for him. And not only his work, but the work of the whole team of Conic developing next generation BIM software tool we have to thank, of course, and also that they are allowing us to come to Berlin. We thank them for that. And last but not least, we would like to thank the complete organization of buildingSMART and the community for developing these standards, because it's only by these standards that we get structured data that's useful for AI training. So thank you all as well. Thank you.
So we do have one more winner to announce, and that is in Sustainability Excellence for projects that achieve better social, environmental, and economic outcomes. So in this category, we do not have any finalists to list because every submission is eligible, given if they fill out the sustainability form in their submission. So we had about 20 projects who were eligible, and we had a sustainability strategic group who analyzed them, and they determined the winner to be Haijiang Construction Company Limited for their project Lee Garden 8. Are they here? Yeah, this project impressed the jurors with a focus on providing metrics for sustainability and best practice with clear sustainability achievements cited. Congratulations.
I was so surprised, actually. Our client is walking outside. Yeah, sorry for about that. So, if possible, can I wait for a few minutes? So, I don't want to say, but just thank you very much. Because our client, at the very beginning, their design already thinking about how to sustain from design to construction and then looking for operation. They are thinking at the beginning, at the end in mind. And again, really surprised we got this. So my colleagues already coming. Please give them a round of applause. Actually, all the efforts belongs to them. Yeah. So and may I introduce actually this project, the BIM manager is my colleague Dennis Gao. So Dennis Gao, can you on behalf of Lee Garden to say something? Our client also coming, right? It was so surprised. Okay, our client also coming. Okay, please come. Ringo is our client actually. Again, we're really so surprised about this. Thanks for everybody's support. So let me give the mic to our client, Ringo.
Thank you very much for the team effort and Haijiang engineering effort and to coaching the whole process. And we are so proud to have this honor and this award you give it to us. So thank you very much, and hopefully we can do more and contribute more in this field. Thank you very much.
Please stay. We'll get a photo from the photographer.
Okay, so there are two final announcements to make, and they are a couple of special mentions that the jury awarded. The first special mention goes to Queensland Government, the Department of Transport and Main Roads, Queensland, Australia, for their... It's for their submission in the operations category, and Gavin was online and not here, but I can see Scott making his way to the stage. The jury said that this submission deserves a special mention for its disciplined use of openBIM and ISO 19650 to deliver IFC-based GIS integrated asset management with validated interoperable data. It sets a strong example for lifecycle information management abroad. So Scott, are you prepared to say a few words on Gavin's behalf? Yeah.
Hi there. I was a little bit shocked like those guys just now. Gavin and his team at TMR, it's a state government transport organisation, have been working away in quite a different way from, I think, a lot of organisations. They're starting at the low level to build competency, and they've done a great job, are doing a great job. And they've seriously engaged with buildingSMART Australasia, and they are now presenting at our annual awards and the conference. So thank you very much. Very unexpected, and I'm sorry I didn't have anything prepared. So thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Here. Yeah, of course. Okay, and one final announcement, another special mention, and this was for a submission in the professional research category, and goes to HDR. If we have Alexa or Will's here. Oh, and Alexa, excellent. So as they're making their way up to the stage, the jury said that this was an excellent implementation of the buildingSMART process into a diverse infrastructure community. Congratulations.
Thank you. Is Joe Brenner in the room still? No? Okay. Well, thank you. We're very, very excited to receive this award on behalf of our project sponsors that could not be here today. The project would have not been possible without the vision that the ASHTA Committee on Bridges and Structures set out 7 years ago, and the funding of all the 24 state DOTs in the Federal Highway Administration and the 2 state DOTs that took up the challenge to test and implement the new standards on their everyday projects. So thank you on behalf of the entire team, and we're really excited to be here.
All right, so that is the last announcement and presentation we have to give. I have just a couple of closing slides to say congratulations to all of the 2025 winners and the special mentions that we've heard from there. One final round of applause. So I want to ask you if you have a project that could be considered a winner for 2026. If you do, please scan the QR code. Submission is not open yet, but you can find more information on the awards page of our website, which you will get to from that QR code. And submission will open in late March 2026, when we will see you, hopefully, in Porto. So with that, I would like to invite from buildingSMART Germany for some closing comments of the event, Gunther to the stage with Cornelius.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan and everybody. You know me as the guy for the organizational announcements. It's not the last one for tonight, I must warn you, but I want to make sure that you find the place where we will welcome you for our social summit in, let's say, 1 hour or maybe by 7 at the latest. So please be there for the cocktails at 6:30. The address, I hope you know that one. It's the Schmelzwerke. It's a difficult word, in the so-called Sarotti-Höfe. So you find this on your this little leaflet, the exact address. I would recommend, because it's rush hour now, that you take the underground. It's 6 or 7 stations from Naturkundemuseum close to here. Drive southbound to Alt-Mariendorf. I know it's a bit complicated, but southbound 6 or 7 stations to Mehringdamm. And from there on, it's only 3 minutes by foot. So see you there at, let's say, 6:30. Drinks will be there prepared for you, and the speech, that is the important part then, will be by 7:15. So make sure you be there in time. Thank you.
So you might remember what I've been saying in the opening plenary, right? I was wishing us all that we would come together, that we would debate, that we would discuss, that we would learn, that we simply be better together. What's your impression? Did that work? Yes. Okay, perfect. Well, that means mission accomplished. Well, you we together did a great job, and that was also my impression. It was packed all the time. All the sessions that I attended were packed with people. There was a lot togetherness, and that was exactly what the whole thing is about. So thank you all for attending, joining us here in Berlin. Thank you so much. But closing one summit, we have still the summit social today, but we're gonna close the summit. Just means like that we are preparing for the next one. So Jose, we're quite excited. Please join us on the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Cornelius. And first of all, thank you, buildingSMART Germany, for having us, for putting this all together. It is so exciting that now I am a little bit worried to be the next one. You can't imagine what is behind the scenes. And thank you for the amazing team in buildingSMART International that put this together. So that part, I am a little bit less nervous. If you allowed me, I will like to call our colleagues from Portugal for you to know them. Luís, Marta, Ricardo, Rui, if you can join me on the stage. Well, Porto is a city of bridge, and we will try this, taking your theme, we will try to continue it, bridging people, bridging technologies, bridging ideas. Thank you, guys. And that's what we are about to do. And the summit is, of course, cutting-edge discussion of innovation and standard, but it is also a high-level networking that all of us, we like very much, and also vibrant immersion in other culture, other city, other food, other experiences. That's what we expect you all to do. And I invite you to be in Porto. I will make 4 invitations, and then we have a short video, so to finish. I invite you for 4 things. Firstly, to be there, no doubt. Second, to be part of the organization committee, saying like this, give us ideas, propose us what you would like to see. And for sure, buildingSMART International will acquire that the best. Then we will invite you also to sponsor. If you want, we need to put this on a chapter that is recent, a chapter that is not big. We will need your help. We will need your commitment for sure. And in the end, we will need to your experience during the working the time and after time. So thank you all. You are invited to Porto, and please launch the video.
Thank you so much, Jose. Really looking forward to join you over there in Porto. But now it's time to close the summit. Don't forget about the social summit. It's going to start over there. You know how to get there. But now it's time to say thank you. See you soon.